Welcome to Field and Rural Life Shooting News, and I'm joined here this morning with Chris Barther, Charles Boswell, Gunmakers. Chris, now this is a fantastic gathering today of the, this is the gun makers today, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the gun trade, the London gun trade shoot. And what happened in the gun trade, people train in the factory, and then they look to go outside. You know, they become outworkers, they work outside the factory. In other words, they don't commute to the factory anymore.
Yeah, sure.
Well, they lose contact, or they lose contact with their friends on the bench. So back in the early 80s, it was decided to have an annual sort of beano to the seaside.
Yeah, sort of big gathering.
Yeah, but being gun makers, it was shooting followed by a drink. And then, of course, it was a friendly competition until somebody bought this mug.
That changed the whole dynamic.
It turned into a competition.
Yeah.
So if you look back to the early 80s and 90s, you'll see a lot of the big shooting grounds, the shooting press, magazines, so on, and they were bringing professional teams in. So,
all right, so one or two ringers are appearing.
Not one or two, many. So the boys on the bench, you know, we're sort of like put out by this. So we separated it, and the London Gun Trade Trophy is for bench workers only, and we have a separate set of prizes for trade workers who are working in the industry, supplying cartridges, oil, parts, whatever. And that's worked very successfully since. The unfortunate thing is, if you're unlucky enough to win it and you're one of the trade teams, you have to put it on the following year. And it's my turn to put it on. And when you get 60 or 70 gun makers together, not only is it the shooting, but afterwards we have the old roast hog, and then, you know, I went to Costco yesterday and bought enough beer to float a battleship in it, and they usually have a good drink, and then they all leave home. So that's the history of it. It started in the early 80s, and it's carried on today. And
it's really well supported. I mean, there's the likes of your good selves, you have Boss, and then many of the companies here today.
All of the big companies, Boss, Hollands, Purdy, Asprey, William & Son. You know, a lot of the outworkers are known faces, you know, the famous finishers, famous engravers, great stockers. And very well supported. We usually have at least 16 trade teams, which when you think how small the London Gun Trade is. We have 2 teams from Wesley Richards this year, which is pretty amazing.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, they come all the way from Birmingham. So no, it's going to be a great day, and luckily, you know how bad the weather's been. Look at the sunshine today.
Weather's fantastic.
So welcome to the Equine Lang Shooting Ground. It's a pleasure to have you all here. So a quick thank you to Chris Barther for inviting you all here today. We're going to be shooting a 50 bird sporting over 8 stands. During your route round, you're going to shoot a 50 bird 3-man flurry. Okay, so if you could all start on your designated stand and just follow in order. Bit of safety, you're going to have cartridges on the stands. There's 12 bore and 20 bore. If anyone needs anything else apart from those, just nip into shop and we'll supply them. If you could all make sure you've got hats, glasses and earplugs before you go out. Okay, there's scorers on each stand, so no cheating, all right? So we'll get going.
There's a couple of testing birds though, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's easy to miss because the bird stalls and tempts you to shoot at it, but gravity's got it, it's beginning to drop, and then of course you've shot this long lazy target, and then it's followed by a really fast target, so it's 2 speed changes. Need to effectively look through the gun to see the lead. So in other words, it's no good trying to block the target out because the gun will stop. You have to look round the barrel and see the lead pictures. You'd hold your gun about halfway back from the tower. As the bird comes out, just let it come and just keep him from it, pull the trigger. The second one's a tricky little target because it's coming off and it's going hard right, you know, like it's a right to left crosser. And it's just skimming that tree line, and it's got quite a bit of speed.
Yeah, it's quite quick, isn't it?
We're about 30 yards away, it probably needs 4 feet to lead.
This is really nice, Chris.
Oh, it's beautiful. The nice thing is it's true York stone. You know, it was brought down from Yorkshire. And you know, at the moment the ground's just having the finishing touches, so by the time the heather's planted and we get some grass on the berms, you know, you're going to really think you are in a butt on a Yorkshire moor.
This is fantastic for the start of the season, guys, isn't it? And you know,
just in time.
Yeah, absolutely. For like,
And the target presentations are important, and all the way around you can see that the use of the targets and the use of this butt, it very much simulates driven grouse, driven game shooting. It's got a really good driven game theme all the way through the ground, which is what, you know, Equine, Grant and Lang are looking to do, both in the guns they build and the instruction that they're giving.
So here we've got a crosser going right to left, which is just skimming across the horizon, and we've got a sunken ball trap, which is a moving trap out in front that's just whizzing one over your right shoulder.
it really does sort of replicate, you know, being out in the field, Chris, doesn't it?
Being in the butt and the target coming, you know, shoulder right across the moor, skimming the heather at you.
Yeah.
And you've got to take it early with authority. And the trouble is with a lot of these simulations, they put the target up, the butt isn't put in the ground, and so it isn't a true illusion. So when you finally get to the grouse moor, the first couple of times you're now learning on the job because you're taken by surprise. Well done, Bernard.
Thank you. Well done, Ben. Lovely.
Yep.
There we are.
Tim, Mike,
Excellent.
always a pleasure.
Absolutely, as always.
Hang on a second, who's the team captain?
Oh,
And remember to get it engraved.
yeah, we'll do.
And bring it back next year. Hey! Hey. And who's the team captain? You take that? It has to be engraved and returned. Anyway, if you got an hand free, well done. Great shooting, the three of you. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, there's a. Oh no! Hey! Very nice bottle of wine. Commiserations, well done. And you. Don't drink it all at once. I'd just like to thank Charlie, Equine, Grant Lang, Ken Douglas, Francis Lovell, and all of you for attending.